Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called Half-Timbered Houses and Narrow Alleyways, the Middle Ages in Germany. I love half-timbered houses. I think it's a very German thing, and I like narrow alleyways. I think nothing screams more medieval ages than the narrow alleyways. So I'm excited to check out this video. Come join me and comment, like, and subscribe.
Historic city gates, church towers, and half-timbered houses. Germany has many towns with well-preserved medieval architecture, much of it on the UNESCO World Heritage List. These medieval town centres are uniquely beautiful, each telling a story of their own. Stay tuned to find out where to find them and join us on this journey back in time.
Wait, what's that? Was it a church and a library?
We begin in Trier, a city in Germany's southwest, on the banks of the Mosel River. It was founded 2,000 years ago by the Romans, who built the Porta Nigra, Latin for Black Gate, among other things.
And is that the original one?
Today, Porta Nigra is one of the city's best-known sites.
That's crazy. That's way too old for something to be still standing. Oh my God.
After the end of the Roman Empire, Trier evolved into a medieval city.
I think it's funny that the thing's still standing because it means that they sort of build the whole city around the gate.
Trier Cathedral, for instance, was built in the location of a former Roman residence. Consecrated around 300 AD, it is considered one of Germany's oldest churches.
Oh my God, actually.
This mix of Roman and medieval heritage makes Trier well worth visiting.
Oh, it's so flat. There's no mountains there. Wow. It's so funny looking. Okay, who's this guy?
Next up, Charles the Great, who ordered the construction of countless stunning edifices in Aachen. The most impressive is Aachen Cathedral, completed around 800 AD, an absolute must-see.
Has it been restored? Or looks the original paintings?
Inside, you can admire Charles the Great's golden tomb and his throne, where German kings were crowned for hundreds of years, making Aachen a medieval power center.
But is the throne made out of gold? Well, not the throne, the burial site? The coffin is literal gold? This is so tall. How did they build this? Oh, the Christmas market.
Also be sure to visit Aachen's Christmas market and sample some Aachener Printen, a type of gingerbread said to date back to the Middle Ages. The city is as famous for this festive treat as it is for its magnificent cathedral.
Walk and run. I'll be there next Christmas, yeah.
Now we head to the town of Quedlinburg in eastern Germany, with its collegiate church of St. Servatius, already visible from afar.
Oh, it's a church.
It was founded by King Henry I in the 10th century, who also made Quedlinburg a wealthy town.
The whole architecture style, it looks very different from the others.
This is evident from cathedral treasures, comprised of precious gold and ivory objects.
What are those things?
The church is surrounded by over 1,000 medieval half-timbered buildings, the largest number anywhere in Germany. It's a major tourist magnet, so its alleys can get very crowded.
It wants to be there, of course.
Moving on to Erfurt, a city that became a powerful trading center. Being located on the ancient Via Regia trade route made Erfurt a prosperous place, as visitors can
I'm going to assume that was a Roman thing just because of the name.
Tell from the richly ornate old town facades.
Again, looks very different. Is it a bowl? What was that? It's a weird animal.
When
we have a canal.
Don't miss out on the iconic Kremerbrücke, or Merchant's Bridge. It is lined with half-timbered buildings like in medieval times, where today visitors can shop, visit galleries and cafes.
It's gorgeous.
We've got a culinary tip too. Treat yourself to a real Thuringian sausage, or why not two.
It's so funny, the bread is like this and the sausage is huge.
From eastern Germany, we travel north to the port city of Lübeck, another major trading town in medieval times.
Looks like toy houses.
Holstentor, Lübeck's red brick city gates with the twin towers, welcomes visitors to the old town. Its layout has remained unchanged since the Middle Ages, and Lübeck's churches and remarkable town hall are bound to leave an impression on visitors. The city could afford to build such gorgeous buildings thanks to the lucrative maritime trade.
Oh, they were rich. I was not expecting that.
Ships brought almonds and exotic spices to the city, among other things, key ingredients for making marzipan.
Oh, it's delicious.
Lübeck marzipan is very popular, and you should definitely try some.
Oh my God.
There's even a minute old town made from marzipan to admire.
Oh, it's not marzipan? I'm wondering if that goes bad. I don't think it goes bad, right?
From northern Germany, we head south to Bamberg. Notice something unusual about the town hall?
No.
It was built in the middle of the river. According to legend, the bishop didn't grant citizens any land for the town hall, so they took matters into their own hands, rammed stakes into the river and built it there instead.
Love the resilience. That part almost reminds me, not exactly like that, but it just reminds me a little bit of the Netherlands, Amsterdam specifically, but just a little bit of vibes like Amsterdam. Not specifically, but a little bit. I think it's a
Bamberg
canal.
Old Town boasts plenty of quaint buildings, alleys,
Oh my God, I love the balconies with the flowers. It's gorgeous.
and great pubs.
Oh,
With so many different kinds of beer brewed here, some regard Bamberg as Germany's beer capital. Definitely try a glass of aromatic smoked beer when visiting.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Our last stop takes us to another Bavarian town that's popular like no other, Rothenburg of der Tauber. Practically unchanged since the 13th
What a name.
century, it offers lots and lots of well-preserved medieval architecture. What better
animal.
place to experience history firsthand?
Yeah, everything looks so pristine that it's hard to believe that it's so old.
Its ancient 3-kilometer-long city wall is fully intact,
A city
encircling
wall?
the old town, a rare architectural gem.
That's insane. What?
And don't forget to climb the town hall tower for a
Whoa, you
grandiose
can go
view
there.
of the medieval old town below.
Oh my God. How tall is it? Probably not that tall. Okay, yeah, this was a great list. Again, I think when you want to go, because you associate, I know that I have timbered houses. I think you can find them, well, in other places. I think there's other cities and countries that have them. But I think it's just very, when I think of half timbered houses, I think of German architecture. I think it's just very particular to that country and to that. Obviously, I know that not specifically all the regions have this, but most of them. I think I should probably look it up, but I think they're more popular. I think in Bavaria is one of those places that have a lot of these. I know the half timbered houses are in a lot of other regions. But I think when it comes to Germany, again, I believe in Bavaria is one of those regions. I don't know why. I think probably most of I don't know, it's just an immigrant thing, or maybe it's just a cultural thing. That I believe that because a lot of Bavarian immigrants sort of went, well, they were immigrants, but a lot of the immigrants, I should paraphrase that, a lot of Bavarians immigrated to other countries. As a result, I think probably what you sort of recognize or what has come in, in the cultural sort of consciousness, you come to associate with Germany, it's tough with, its Bavarian things, but just because a lot of, they got a lot of people from Bavaria just ended up in other places. Although again, maybe it's not necessarily like this, because obviously there's a lot of people, a lot of Germans from a lot of other regions that moved. But I think, again, just ultimately when you think of a German thing, I think you're thinking specifically of maybe something a little bit Bavarian, just because, again, I don't know, even the costumes and stuff, not the costumes, the traditional outfits. But I like seeing it like this is represented, because it goes, oh yeah, it's really what I was thinking about this is, yes, there's a lot of Bavarian, I think, culture and architecture that is really, that's super German. Although I know that obviously Germany is huge and there's a lot of things in other regions and in other places that are also pretty German. But I think, again, in the collective sort of consciousness, it's a lot of Bavarian things. But Lubeck, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful city. I think it's just, and speaking about this, is one of those things that I don't know if this is the case, but just as I was mentioning, I think a lot of the touristy things when it comes to, I don't know, I know obviously Germany is it's a huge country. So obviously they get a lot of tourists because they have it's huge. So a lot of people want to see a lot of things. That usually, I don't know, maybe I'm totally off about this, but I think, again, more people want to go to sort of the southern regions, and again, because they're sort of the German things, or the traditional things, and there's the Black Forest, and I don't know, I just think a lot of people just go there, and I don't know, again, it could be off, but I think that probably between, obviously, tourism for Germans is going to be different, and from other neighboring sort of states and countries, such as Denmark, they probably think about this a little bit different because obviously they're used to those things, and I think they probably visit other places. And I'm saying this because something like Lubeck, I think Holstein is just probably one of those places in which I don't think they get a lot of tourism. Obviously they get tourism, but it's more of I don't know how you call that, insider tourism, I don't know, internal tourism, when it's between the same country. But I don't think they get a lot of outsiders, as foreigners, tourists, because tourists usually go to the big cities. So they go to Berlin, they go to Frankfurt. Again, if they want something more traditional, they go south. They don't really go north. So again, I think it's just I think it's nice when you get videos like this, because it's sort of, there's other places. I think Germany is not just, the more popular places, or what you think. Again, maybe it's just a cultural thing that I think it's being overly represented, and I don't think you get a lot of northern Germany representation sort of out there. But again, maybe that's just me, and that's my perspective, and again, maybe I'm off, but I think that's what I think I've noticed, I think, throughout the years, is that, I think it's overly, the other regions in Germany are overrepresented, and of course in the west and in the east, but I think that northern part, I don't know why, it's sort of a little bit, people don't really go there, and the northern east also, they don't really get, it doesn't get represented a lot. And even though they have beautiful and gorgeous cities as well, maybe it's between them and between Germans, I think it's more known because, again, it's their own country, so they go there. And they know they have, those beautiful cities. They have the lakes. They have the beach towns. The beach, sort of, the beachside resorts and stuff. But, outsiders don't really know much about this. Or again, maybe it's a European thing. Maybe Europeans are more aware of this. But I think outside of Europe, not a lot of people are aware of all these amazing cities and things that Germany has to offer. So I love seeing videos like this because it's, there's a lot of things that maybe you're not aware of. And when it comes to the Middle Ages, I think that's because when I think of Middle Ages, I think of castles. I think of, I think of a lot of things when it comes to, maybe, I'm interested in actually checking out sort of the Middle Ages, sort of medieval history. But when it comes to cities, I want to see the architecture. I want to see things that were built around that time period. And I'm thinking more of castles. I don't know why, but I like seeing, of course you can see the cities. There's I guess obviously some of these cities and towns, probably a lot of them or some of them have castles, but I like that it's not the main thing. It's not necessarily you have to see castles. You can see other things as well. There's actually the town itself is just very pretty to sort of go and check it out. You're walking around those narrow alleyways. I think it's just very pretty. There's also the churches. I think my favorite one was it was a really weird church. I think it was the one in the one with the king built. I can't remember, but that was an insane looking church. I don't think I've ever seen a church like this. From the outside, it looks kind of okay. Well, it looks weird, but looks quite impressive. But when you're inside, oh my god, the thing looks. I can't believe how on earth did they build that, because it was so tall. It's so you have those windows, those huge windows, and again all those paintings and all those frescoes. It's insane to me how on earth humans build this. Before again in the Middle Ages, with what technology? What can I don't know. I would love to see how they actually build those things and how they build something like this, because it was really good construction. I maybe it has been restored at some point, as in a lot of these buildings as well. I think that goes for the whole video, because again, they're very those things are very old. So maybe again the passage of time is a thing. things are not specifically made to last for hundreds and thousands of years. But the fact that they're still standing, I think goes to show, no, but it was really, really good construction. Because even though maybe it has been restored throughout the years, maybe they had done, they had to do some reparations, because of course it's something so incredibly old, but still goes to show how incredible the construction was. It's something that was, again, from the Middle Ages. The ancient kings built this, and again, we are still we can walk there. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's mind-blowing to me, and I would love to see, I don't know, how on earth do they did that? I love the throne as well. I think it's just, oh my god, it looks so uncomfortable though. I don't know if you can sit, probably you can sit. This is an actual ancient thing. It's not as if, it's never made for play, or I want to take a photo here. But it kind of looks uncomfortable, which I think maybe there's a parallel there to be made, or metaphor between how uncomfortable the throne looks like and probably how heavy, the weight of the crown, and how heavy power actually is. It's something that it's coveted by a lot of people. But when you're in the throne, it's actually, oh my god, you know what? This is actually quite uncomfortable. Which again, good metaphor for being a king and having a lot of power. It's not as it's not all bed and roses and stuff. But yeah, I love it. I want to say that my favorite other part was, I also really want to go to the Christmas market. I love a Christmas market. It's gorgeous. The food, the special gingerbread, and there's again the marzipan one in the other city. I love, marzipan's great. I want to know how they did the whole castle, the castle made out of marzipan, which I think it's insane. I want to know how much it lasts. Do they have that all year round? Does it go bad? I think actually probably doesn't, right? It's just almonds and sugar, I think, powdered sugar and almonds. So maybe it doesn't go bad, because again, maybe, a chemistry reaction happens. It doesn't go bad. I don't know. I want to know. I would actually, you wouldn't. It's not allowed, but I would, and it's so pretty that you obviously do not want to know. I don't want to take a bite out of it. But a part of me wants to go, I want to take a little bite out of it. I want to take a little bite of the castle, of the church. I don't know, just because it's just, I don't know. It's just something, maybe it's forbidden. That's why you want to do it so badly. And of course the beer, they spoke about one beer, a smoked beer, I don't know, something like that. It looked delicious. So keep it in mind. Yeah, next time I'm in Bavaria, I'll absolutely do that, because I think it sounds delicious. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.